Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for the Scrapbook Nerd online shop, and I'm going to be creating a 12 by 12 birthday themed layout featuring Echo Park Paper's Hello Valentine Collection. So number one, I'm going to be talking about repurposing themed collections. It's something I do all the time. And number two, this video is part one of a three-part series. One sketch, three ways. And there are tons of ways to switch up the same page design. Orientation of sketch, material, number of photos, and that's just a few. So between now and the end of September, I plan to use this sketch 3 times and hopefully create 3 very different looks with it. So you're about to see the sketch I'm going to be using. It's a Milena Woody Wish sketch, and she is a sketch artist for the Scrapbook Nerd. You can find her work on Instagram and the Scrapbook Nerd Friends Group Facebook page. I'll put links to both below because it's a great source of free inspiration right at your fingertips. So here is what I've selected for today's project. I have paper and stickers from the Hello Valentine collection. I got this collection for the paper and not for the theme. I never do Valentine's Day layouts, but I love the florals, the stripes. There's also checks and wood grains in this collection. There are hearts too, but I really don't find it that Valentine-y. I plan to pair it with a few birthday themed dies from Concord and 9th, and I'll talk more about these tools throughout the process. And the last time I checked, all of these products were available at the Scrapbook Nerd, so I am going to link up the shop along with the products I use in the description box below. So in advance, I prepared a frame style foundation page with 2 sheets of paper. I gutted one of them. There is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that, so that will be linked below. I showed you the 3 photos I have. That was the cover sheet from this collection, and here are the papers I've selected for today's project. I also have a handful of scraps because I am going to be digging into those dies later on. Here are the stickers from this collection. There are a lot of banners, florals. There's definitely Valentine's Day on it, but there's a lot of other stuff too. And here are the 2 die sets. So the candle one is called Make a Wish, and the other one is Hip Hip Hooray. And both of these are from Concord and 9th. Part of a birthday or celebration themed collection. That's the sketch. My plan is to flip it 90 degrees. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut up a bunch of paper. So essentially what I'm going to be creating right now is that layered photo mat that you see underneath the photo. So it's like a backwards L design with a circle in the middle. I will put measurements for all of this on the screen a little bit later on when I place it on the page, just because it's going to make a bit more sense then. And I'm cutting up a little bit more than what you see on the sketch. The vertical border that you see on the right, that I'm going to layer it up with several strips of paper. Also, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to cut one of the strips of paper into a circle. It's not really a strip of paper. Basically what I did was I cut that paper in half at about 6 inches, and now I'm using the Jumbo custom cutting system from Creative Memories, the big circle. I cut on the inside with the green blade. I only did half a circle because you can see a lot of it is covered up. And now what I'm doing is taking out this graph paper here. This is from Simple Stories. It's part of the Woods collection. One side is lined or graph paper. The flip side is a wood grain motif. And I made myself a big tag. Now I used a punch from Stampin' Up, but to make a tag, if you don't have that punch, all you have to do is take a strip of paper, angle the corners, and punch a hole in the middle. And you'll see what I mean in a minute when I place it on the page. So right now, I am placing all of the page parts just to give you an idea where I'm going with this. So you can see I'm adding extra strips of paper to that vertical border, and there goes my tag there. So that's going to be not only a layer, it's also going to serve as my journaling box, because if you look at the sketch, in that strip at the top, that's where the journaling goes. So I'm going to place my photos across this shelf, the horizontal border towards the bottom of the page. And before adhering any of this, what I am going to do is apply a bit of ink to all of my paper parts. I do it to all the paper parts except for the tag. And I like doing this when I create layered photo mats with a lot of different pattern papers. I just find it makes them look like they all belong together. It just makes it a little bit more cohesive, even though I'm very light-handed when I add the ink. So I'm not going to make you watch all of this in a moment. You're going to see it's all inked up. I also matted my 3 photos with black cardstock, and the cardstock I used was the cardstock I gutted from behind my foundation page. So right now I'm just playing around with those strips of paper, and I decide that I do like them. I really wanted to introduce that striped paper on the vertical like it is on the horizontal, because it does have quite an impact on the page. So it just balances out that strong impact a little bit more on that right-hand side. Now I've sped this up quite a bit. I'm adhering all of these pieces to the page, and I'm even going to adhere the photos down. And once all this is down, then I'm going to go on to the next step, which is embellishing. And part of that embellishing will be, of course, die cutting and creating my title. So I'm showing you I have the stickers here from the collection, and I have 2 die sets. So my title I'm going to create with this one here. It's from the Hip Hip Hooray collection from Concord and 9th, and later on I'll get to those candles again from Concord and 9th. So my title is going to be Yay, 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 Hooray. And these dies are probably geared towards card makers. They would be fantastic for card makers, but I bought them, and I'm a scrapbooker, but my scrap room is full of dies, probably mostly for card making, but I use them on my pages all the time. And you're going to see this makes a fantastic title. So to create the word yay, you can see I have a shadow there. That's the red that I'm cutting out. And in white, I'm cutting out the word yay. Now when it goes through, you're going to see the word yay comes out in 2 pieces. I have the blocky letters there, but I also have like a shadow as well. So what I'm going to do is I want the word yay to be in 3 different colors. So I'm going to once again run that die with the word yay through my Big Shot, but this time in black. And the same thing's going to come out. I'm going to have the blocky letters along with the outline. Now what I will do is adhere the 3 colors together to create what's going to be a very dynamic title. The way I do it is I'm going to take the letter, and I'm going to take the shadow, and I'm going to kind of flip them backwards, and I'm adding adhesive behind. And when I put the adhesive on, I make sure it overlaps the white and the black, and that way they're all stuck together. And now I'm adhering it to the shadow, and I do that for all 3 letters. You could easily do that as well with liquid adhesive, but I happen to be partial to that Easy Runner permanent strips adhesive. I use it all the time. It's just my favorite adhesive that I'm very, very comfortable using. So I do that with all 3 letters, and off camera I make 2 more of them. And now what I'm going to do is punch out the word hooray. Now this is another die from that very same set, and what I'm doing is backing a piece of that pink paper in foam adhesive, and I'm going to run that through my Big Shot with the die. Now this word hooray is very detailed. It's cursive, it's very curvy, and it does cut out very well. Now I'm very careful when I'm lifting out the word, but it cut very, very well. Now what I am doing is taking a little poker stick just to poke out the centers of some of the letters, like the letters O. And it does come out very well. It's just that it's adhesive in there. That's why I had to use the little poker stick. I'm putting it on wax paper. There's also an exclamation mark there as well. That way I can play around with placement a little bit later on. Now before continuing, I'm showing you these candles. I did make those off camera. This is from that other die set from Concord and 9th. It's called Make-A-Wish dies. And basically it's all these candles again with lots of layers and really kind of fun. I'm just going to run it through and just give you an idea how to make these candles. Underneath or on top of that pink paper, there's like a row of candles. So a bunch of candles pop out from that die. The black one there, that is a candle shadow. The one that's on the pink paper there is like a candle front. It has like a detailed motif that you can put on top of the candle, and then there are flames. So you're going to see in a moment I put them all together, and it makes a really fun little candle. So you see the shadow, the candle, then the topping, and then I put the flame on top. There's actually another die where you can put another tiny flame inside the big flame, but I decided not to do it. I just finished it off with a little bit of sparkle from a Wink of Stella pen. Now I have my candles, I have my stickers, I have my title, I have my sketch, and I am ready to start embellishing. And I'm more or less following the sketch here. My title is going to be Yay, Yay, Yay. It's going to have the biggest impact on the page, and that's what I'm starting with there. So you can kind of see it goes down in a diagonal fashion. Now I want to go for something else big. So on that sticker sheet, there's like this flower cart, and it's really quite cute. It does have Valentine's Day or something like that on it, but I will cover those words up later on. So I have that down. I have my 3 words. Now I want to come in with these candles. So I'm going to tuck some of them in behind that little flower cart, and I realize it doesn't make sense with regards to scale and size, but this is just kind of a fun page, and I'm good with that. Now I'm trying to layer up the word hooray at the bottom over yay, and I'm trying to do something with that candle. You're going to see what I do with that a little bit later on. I play a bit more with that. I do know I want to do some finishing touches, but at this point I have a lot on my page. I like what's there, so I'm going ahead and adhering it, starting with the candles, then I'm coming in with that flower cart there, then I'm going to come in with the title. So I'm just kind of overlapping it. You can see that it's yay, 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 even though one of the yays is a lot covered up. Then what I will do is start adhering at the bottom. I'm not even adding foam adhesive to any of these pieces because there's a lot of layering already, including the word yay. It has 3 layers on it, so I don't feel I need any more 3D on this page. It's already nice and layered up for my taste anyway. So you can see I put yay at the bottom. I kind of overlapped hooray. I know I want that to be overlapped, but I'm not quite sure what to do with the candle. And in the end, I decide to adhere the candle right on top of the word yay and then put the word hooray on top of it. Again, because that big yay in the middle, I know, even though the word yay is covered up at the bottom, that it's another yay. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, now I'm thinking of my finishing touches. So what I'm going to do right now is add a reinforcer to my tag. So I took a hole punch and then a 1/2-inch circle punch, which made a little ring. I'm adhering it around the whole of the tag, and now I'm adding just a bit of twine. That's a black and white twine from my stash, and I will just tie a little bow. Now I do find my page is pretty full at this point. I do kind of look around at the stickers. I have to cover up that Valentine's Day word on that flower cart. That's a Tim Holtz metallic sticker book, and I find the word let's celebrate, or the words let's celebrate, so that works here. I am looking in my stickers thinking I might want to add something, but I find this page quite dynamic as is. So all I end up doing is tucking in a little candle just above that photo on the right, and I kind of create a visual triangle with 3 candle areas on the page. But that is basically it. My page is done. And all I ended up doing off camera was adding journaling. That's it. So I don't think this layout is too Valentine-y, even though the collection is a Valentine's Day collection. Don't forget, you can dig out your tools from time to time. This can really put a new spin on any collection. It's a fun way to get a lot out of your collections. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the Scrapbook Nerd YouTube channel, we would be thrilled if you did. And the same thing for my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.